Here we have a cigar in Teleplay. So let me let it spin some more so that you see the full effect. Then you can move the smoke around if you want. So I decided for it to have a black background so that it's focused mainly on the cigar itself. Okay, so because it's all a black background, the iPad's basically like a mirror, but I'm pretty sure you can see most of everything that's on the iPad right now. Okay, let me show you what I'm doing. So I have, as always, two 100-watt LED daylight bulbs lighting the green screen on the wall so that it's nice and evenly lit. Then I have 60 daylight LED bulbs lighting this whole thing right here. So what I did is I got a motorized rotating display stand for like $20 from Amazon. Then I got these 4 cubes, and on top of that is our cigar. You don't need 4 cubes. You can get by with the 2 cubes that you have, because inside this frame you can only see 2 of the cubes if this background wasn't here. Okay, and then what did I do? I positioned the iPad camera so that it's nice and level with the cigar right here. So, I elevated this iPad on some extra cubes that I had. And then for the actual digital stuff that's in the app, what I did is I searched for black. Well, first of all, let's do the calibration. So let's pretend everything is off, nothing is working. So, see? So now we just have the cubes. Let's remove this. So first things first, let's calibrate it. So press the calibrate button, not on the shadowy part, but on the part, like the big blanket part. So move it up a little, press calibrate. Okay, now that we calibrated, let's select the background. So I'm gonna search for black. Didn't spell it right. It's BLAC. Okay, maybe it'll still work. Okay, black. Okay. Oh, okay, hold on. Didn't calibrate it right. Okay. Okay, for some reason, okay. I just pressed the calibrate button on the wrong, like on the dark side of this green cube spinning, so I want to put it like right here and press calibrate. Okay, that works. Okay, now let's see, now that we calibrated, let's see what it looks like when we put the cigar on. Okay, not bad. Let's see what happens when we click the reset button. See if that does anything. Okay, pretty similar. Anyways, now what we can do is put on the smoke suppression to remove the green colors emanating from the cubes and the blanket. So you see, this is with the smoke suppression, and this is without the smoke suppression. See, look how big of a difference that makes. Okay, let's keep that on. Now for the foreground effect, if you search for smoke, there are going to be a lot of smoke effects. Let's see what I already downloaded. You can try this one. So pretty much any smoke effect will kind of give you what I did in the first video segment that you saw. Okay, and that's exactly how I got this scene in the beginning of this video. You can play around with other smoke effects that are in the app. This one can kind of work too. And I want to show you how I cheated a little bit with this scene. So notice how the background is black, right? And this little label here is black as well. And I did that because let's see what happens when the background isn't black, like the opposite of black. So see, notice how the label kind of disappears, which isn't an issue when the background is black. And that's because the label essentially, notice how it essentially acts as a mirror in some angles when it's moving around the camera. So when you have a super reflective surface like that, what you can do is there are a couple, maybe like 3 ways to cheat so that it's not an issue. Number 1, you can use a background that matches the label so that it's not so obvious. Number 2, instead of having a full rotation of this cigar, like a 360, you can only, you can have like a half rotation. So in most cases, I don't even think you need a full rotation like this. And sometimes if you want, you can simply take off the reflective part of the product, which assuming it's not a critical part of the packaging. In this case it is, so I didn't remove it. So there are 3 ways generally I found to cheat when you have a super reflective surface like this, where it's like essentially like a mirror. Number 1, do not do a full rotation. Number 2, have a background which matches the disappearing label. And number 3, what was number 3? Number 3, did I say not have a full rotation? Okay, let's start again. Do not have a full rotation like I have here. Let it match the background, or simply take off the reflective part of the packaging. Green screens aren't perfect, but there are ways to cheat with it.